Do you want to create a positive money mindset that enables you to not only hit your income goals, but also build your wealth so that you can serve more people, travel, live overseas, support your family, and all of that good stuff? I thought so. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 9 quick actionable tips to help you change your money mindset and ultimately change your life. Hi, if we haven't met already, I'm Harvey. I help coaches and creatives to change their relationship with money so that they can ultimately create more freedom and make a full-time living doing what they love from their business. So if that's you, make sure you hit subscribe to my channel. Now, before we dive into the tips, I just want us to do a 10-second review of the Wealth-Worthy Wheel just to give them some context of what we're doing here. So as you can see, your outcomes in life are determined by your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Now, your thoughts drive your feelings, and your thoughts and feelings drive your actions then drive your thoughts and feelings, and it goes in a cycle. So in order to change your outcomes, you need to actually be changing and addressing all 3 of these areas because they all affect and impact each other. So to change your financial situation, that's what we're going to be looking at. My first tip is to eliminate the phrase, I can't afford. I want you to eliminate this from your vocabulary. I can't afford is putting yourself in a victim and powerless mindset and state. As soon as you say that, you think as if it's not a choice and you can't afford it. So what I want you to say instead is something like, it's actually not a priority for me to spend money on that right now. As soon as you say that, you can see you've taken the power back and it's your choice. It's not that you can't afford it and there's something outside of you controlling you. It's that you're choosing that based on your current income and budget and priorities. It's actually not a priority for you to spend money on that right now, or it's not a priority for you to figure out how you can make the money to spend money on that right now. Because that's also the truth. You could figure out how you could make the money for that, or you could actually prioritize your money to go towards whatever the thing is that you're saying you can't afford, but it's not a priority right now. So eliminate I can't afford, eliminate any other limiting phrases that you also hear yourself say, and replace it with an empowering phrase that shows that it's actually your choice. It's not something that's being done to you. My second tip is to start giving money. Now, this might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but when you give money, you are coming from the place and you are behaving like, I have more than enough for myself that I'm also actually going to give to others as well. Now, this is really powerful, and it's really powerful in changing your mindset around money, because instead of focusing on what you don't have and how everyone around you has more than you, you're actually focusing on what you do have and how you actually are more fortunate than others. My third tip is to start a gratitude practice. Now, this is really powerful as well for just being really aware and noticing what you do have and the good that you do have in your life. So you could do a gratitude practice specifically around money. So writing down each day 3 things that you're grateful for about the money that you have. So you could be grateful that you can pay for electricity, for running water, to go out for coffee, to go out for breakfast, all these kinds of things that maybe you typically take for granted, to actually do a gratitude practice of that. That's going to be really powerful in shifting your mindset. My 4th tip is to start a how can I list. So sometimes we feel like, oh, I can't do this. And like I was mentioning earlier, I can't afford this, or I can't figure out how to make $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month or my next $1,000. So I want you to start a how can I list for one of these things that you really want. So maybe you really want to make $1,000 in the next week. So I want you to write, how can I earn $1,000 in the next week, and write a list of 50 things. Now, they can be absurd, they can be crazy, they can be things you'd never do, but it will start getting you thinking outside the box, and it will also start helping you see how many ways you actually could make $1,000 in the next week and how possible that is. And that's really going to help you shift your mindset in terms of abundance and your power to actually create more money. My 5th tip is to commit to your word. So a lot of the time when people are feeling disempowered around money, they're also really disempowered around their word. And what I mean by that is the commitments that you say to yourself. So maybe you say, oh, I'm going to do all of these tasks by the end of the week. for my business, and you don't do them. Or maybe you say, I'm going to save this much money this week, and then you don't do it. And then that completely starts to erode your self-trust and also your power to manifest, because you don't believe yourself when you say these things anymore. So if you actually commit to your word and you only say things you know you can follow through on, and then you follow through on them, your power to manifest instantly multiplies, because when you say something, you're actually going to do it. You're not going to just then procrastinate or feel bad about yourself and not do it. You're actually going to follow through on it, and taking action is one of the keys to actually manifesting and creating what you want, is going out there and doing it. So commit to your word, and maybe you do this for a week or a month. You make a solid promise to yourself that you're going to commit to your word, and you're not going to say and make any commitments or say anything that you know you're actually not going to do. My 6th tip is to plan and track your numbers. This is really going to help give you an abundance mindset, because it's going to show you how much you actually have. So this has happened to so many clients of mine now, but I'm just going to give you a particular example of one woman that did my wealth-worthy journey in the most recent round. And she thought that she didn't have any spend money, that she was living off a total shoestring, and that she totally was not safe. She didn't have enough. She needed to create more income. And then she actually planned and tracked all of her money. So she tracked all of her spending over a month. She also tracked what her income was, and she saw that actually she could be saving, like, it was something like over $200 a month just on her current income based on her expenses. And this totally blew her mind. It made her realize she actually had so much more to work with, but she was doing a lot of unconscious spending. Now, I can't tell you how many people have actually given me that feedback when they've followed my abundance planner and tracker, either doing it on its own or doing it in the wealth-worthy journey, and realizing actually how much money that they have. And then it's just all comes down to a matter of choice of what you actually do with it and how you spend it. So planning and tracking your money is a really powerful thing in actually shifting your mindset. Tip number 7 is to spend time with people who do have a positive money mindset. Now, when you spend time with people who constantly complain about money or feel disempowered or say that they never have enough and they can't afford this, they have this real victim mentality around money, it's really easy to take that on yourself, or it's really easy to adjust to that when you're around them, but then that actually just kind of rubs off on you. So if you spend time around people who have a positive or abundant money mindset, that is going to help shift your mindset, because that's the attitude that you're surrounding yourself with. You're seeing other people behave in this certain way around money, feeling empowered, feeling like it's a choice. And so it's going to be really powerful in helping you shift your money mindset as well. Tip number 8 is to release money shame. Now, Barry Tesler says that everybody has money shame, and you can have money shame around having too much money or not enough money. It is so multifaceted. But when we have money shame, we often hide from this area from ourselves. We hide looking at it because it has this uncomfortable feeling associated. If we have shame around our income or our savings or just our current financial position, or that we inherited money, that's a really big one, or you got help from your parents. Lots of people have shame around that. If we have shame in these areas, then we often just push them away and don't address them. So being able to actually bring that money shame to the forefront and deal with that is a really powerful thing in helping you move your money mindset. And it also just really helps you shift the way that you're feeling about yourself, because when you're feeling shame, you're feeling like you're not good enough in some way. So when you can resolve that and resolve that feel, and then therefore resolve that feeling of not good enough, it results in a really powerful shift. And step number 9 is to resolve stress emotions. So you might have heard me talk about this before. Stress emotions affect the way that your brain actually works. When you are in high stress emotions, you are, and your body is designed to observe threats in your environment. So you see all of the threats, you don't see the opportunities. You go into a space of contraction and survival. So to resolve stress emotions not only helps you see the opportunities around you, it literally helps you perceive the world around you differently, which I'm sure you can think about, like, you can relate to if you think about this in terms of, you know, a time that you felt really overwhelmed versus when you suddenly felt really positive. Actually, the whole world around you seemed totally different. So resolving stress emotions really helps you see the world actually differently. It helps your brain actually work together in a more cohesive way and be better at problem solving, because more circulation goes to your prefrontal cortex rather than to the survival part of your brain. And it just makes a really big difference. So resolving stress emotions is really powerful in helping you shift your mindset. So to summarize, you absolutely can shift your money mindset. All you need to do is consistently take action. It's like a muscle, it's like exercising. If you stop exercising, you'll start getting unfit and your body will change and you'll fall into different habits. So to keep a positive money mindset is like working out. It's something that you just want to continually action, and you surround yourself by and follow these tips. So I've put these into a quick downloadable PDF for you, so you can download it, keep it on your computer, print it off if you want, keep it somewhere handy so you can keep exercising this muscle of your money mindset. All you need to do is go to alexisharvey.com/9 tips, pop in your email, and it will get sent straight to your inbox. I've also put a link for it in the description below, so you can just click on that and head straight over there. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.